All right, welcome back to Who's Up, where we get into sports, health and wellness. Um, we get into some personal finances and some current events. Today we have Danny Ocean, Justin, Dr. J, and myself, TJ. So, Danny Ocean, what do you have for us in sports?
It's been a really busy week, starting off with the finals. For those who haven't been paying attention, Giannis dropped a 50 burger, game six, 16 out of 17 free throws, and the Bucks are NBA champions, which is crazy. And then after that, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton went on a very awkward 19-hour flight to land in Tokyo for the Olympics. But first, the finals. What do you guys think of Giannis's 50 burger? What do you think of Giannis in general now that he's a champion on his resume?
I'll go first with that one. Something that Shannon Sharp says. I think that we've, as fans, I guess I'll speak for myself. Be like, oh well, Giannis can't shoot threes. He can't. He ain't really got a handle on him. I was kind of in my head. I was like all these things that he wasn't, rather than kind of not looking at him as like a modern day Shaq, because Shaq couldn't shoot free throws, 3-pointers, and nothing like that, and people wouldn't consider him uh less dominant than Kobe, right? And so I think that Giannis he earned a little respect behind his name. If you just take a step back and look at his overall resume, he is a 2-time uh, MVP, 1-time Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, and a Finals MVP. So you kind of got to start moving him up the list with the big boys. I ain't ready to say he top 5, top 10, or nothing like that, but I'm saying like he couple more seasons like this, he gonna kind of etch his way in history a little bit. But I think they earned it. I feel bad for Chris Paul in the sense because he was probably like, oh, we was just 2 games away from doing it. But I forgot which one of us said that the Bucks are probably gonna win in 6. Dr. J.
That was Dr. J. Yes, he
Yeah, so
said Bucks in 6.
yeah, but he get his credit for that. But I just think they big boyed him the entire time. But that's all I got on that one.
Yeah. Something I gotta say is like I think Giannis, he's not the greatest player, but I think he's one of the players with the most potential. Like he has the most upside in the league right now. So he has the chance to be great. Like, he has a lot of opportunities to add stuff to his game to keep propelling him forward and to continue to do what he does. His work ethic is ridiculous. He was injured and he comes back and just plays through the pain, drops 50, 40, 39 or something like that. So he was definitely an integral part of that team's win. And I think, Devin Booker dropping 42 nights in a row is just couldn't do it. I mean, I feel like I said, I feel sorry for him. And I was rooting for the Suns the whole time because, I love seeing good guard play, but they just didn't have enough. And their role player showed up too. So Middleton, Drew Holiday actually did what they needed to do.
I think they kind of earned it, like you said, and they did what people asked us to do. Go out there and prove it. What they did. I'm gonna give Giannis his credit though, man. Conditioning. Look at it. A testament to that. Like Justin was saying. He was a modern post player. We ain't seen that in a while. Been so long, we kind of dismissed it a little bit. It kind of reminded me if it was football, if we had a run dominant team that finally had some success, and maybe they had a decent quarterback, but maybe not the star quarterback. So that's kind of what I see. I mean, Middleton and Holiday, they above average. But we wouldn't think of them as top tier, top flight jersey sales and all that type of stuff. So they put it together. I've heard whispers of them being compared to the Spurs, when you got a dominant big man in Tim Duncan, a surprise in a shooting guard in Middleton in the second round like Ginobili was, and then a top 10 point guard, but maybe not the top 3 point guard in Holiday being like Tony Parker. And then you got the coach that's from the Spurs organization. He was up under Coach Pop, right? I think Bud was up to him. Yep. So you can see the comparisons, but I mean, end of the day, the real champions got robbed by injury, Los Angeles Lakers. So we tip our hats to the Bucks right now, and maybe Giannis follows in another Laker great Maybe be like Kareem. He can just leave the Bucks and then come on out to Hollywood.
He not built
Get the
like
time, then
that.
come on out to the West Side where it's better. That's all I gotta say on them.
And with that segue, what do y'all think about what Giannis said about saying, I earned this the hard way. I didn't join a super team. I didn't do all that. And so I feel like you gotta put a little extra respect on his name, because again, he didn't win it with two or three superstars like the past couple of champions have done it. Like, with our Lakers, we had AD, we consider him a superstar. There's no one else on the Bucks that you would consider a superstar. So I felt like he got to get a little bit more weight. Like, personally, I feel like that championship was better, has more weight on it than the one that KD, Clay, and Steph won. That's just my opinion.
I got controversy then. Suppose I say put respect on Middleton name and Holiday name and make them a superstar. Suppose I say give me them before you give me Dollar Dame, because Dollar Dame don't do nothing but lose in the first round.
Dollar Dame has two big
men
that don't play defense.
Or any other superstar you might claim outside of Steph Curry.
Bradley Beal's running mate is Hachimura. Dog, what you expect?
I'm just saying.
Now, even with that being said, you said, okay, who was Chris Middleton last year? Who was Chris Middleton the year before then?
Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday both were all-stars at one point.
All-stars.
Yeah, but they're not superstars.
I think
Holiday was stuck with some dookies down in New Orleans.
He was stuck with Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis had to get out too. Maybe it's New Orleans the problem. You got to get out of there. I don't know.
I think Drew got 2 All-Stars, 2 or 3 All-Stars, and Chris Middleton got 1.
I think Chris got 2. I think he's been 2 in a row.
Yeah, I think So I think him and Drew together got 4 to 5 All-Stars. Anthony Davis got about 9 himself.
Yeah.
And so you can't. They're gonna need to build up more of a resume than going to a couple All-Star games before. Are they even on any? Maybe Drew Holiday is like made an all defensive team.
Yeah, he has.
Chris Middleton ain't made any All NBA type team. So it's like you can't try to send them to superstar status because they had one good playoff run. Like, the regular season count too.
So where would y'all put players like Ginobili and Tony Parker, since we're making them comparisons?
They're good role players. They played in the system that worked for them.
Wow.
And I think
so. You put Tony Parker on any other team. You telling me he's going to be successful?
Successful, yeah, maybe not.
You put Ginobili in Milwaukee. You put Ginobili in Orlando. You think he's going to be this great 6-man? No, dog. It was the system that was built around them.
I don't know, because that's like saying like Rondo's really not great. I mean, I know he hasn't won in a while, but everywhere Rondo goes, he's definitely
Rondo won a ring last year in LA.
All right, before that, I mean, besides when he left Boston, he just like Rondo, like 16.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this then. You got the super team formula for success. Can you go with one star and then like the tier under? You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like fantasy football, you get all the decent people that's kind of mid-grade, and then get you a couple, one good shining star, you know what I'm saying?
Give me the
piece it together like that. Super team.
Give me
super team.
And that was Giannis was straight dissing James Harden. Like, that was a straight shot at James Harden for what Harden said about him 2 years ago when he won MVP. Like, that was no there was no mincing words. That was a shot at James Harden. And it should be. Talk your stuff. You the champ.
Yeah, but I just think, again, I don't know if if the Bucks winning this championship this year is a recipe, meaning like, oh, we no longer doing a super team, because I don't think that there's no way. I'm at a point where I'm glad the Bucks got this one off, because they ain't coming close next year. When Kyrie and KD and James Harden are all healthy, there is not a shot in the world.
That's right, Justin. Talk about it, Justin.
I don't even think the Bucks could score enough points.
Talk about it, Justin.
Wow.
No, I agree. Look, almost beat him by himself.
Talk about it, Justin.
Yeah,
if KD's foot was a half size smaller, we'd be having a totally different conversation.
If was a fifth, we all be drunk.
Hey, I hear you. I'm just saying.
Because we're going to play if, then Los Angeles Lakers are champion right now, as they should be. We're going to play if.
I'm just saying it was a lot closer with an injured Brooklyn team than it should have been.
So your greatest ability is your
availability.
and that's why Kyrie Irving a scrub.
Oh my God. So let me ask you
James
guys.
Harden.
Let me ask you a question about this. I saw this morning. So after the finals, Giannis, his Hall of Fame probability is 68%. Would you put him in the Hall of Fame if he didn't play another dribble of basketball ever again? No. What?
How many years has he played?
What is this? How long did he come in at? 18, 19? He's 26 now.
Okay.
So 6-7 years.
Okay. I'll say if he played 10, then yes.
No, he's a Hall of Famer right now.
I'll say just 10, like, because I think it should be like a 10-year minimum.
There's only two other people in NBA who have a similar resume to him: a Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP, champion, and that's Hakeem and Jordan. Those are the only two other guys in NBA history or something like that.
Yeah,
Giannis is a Hall of Famer. Right now, if he blew his legs out now, he's a Hall of Famer.
No, I agree with you. He should be based off his resume, but I'm saying I think it should be like a 10-year minimum. Like, hey, you have to at least play 10. It's like being a vet. Like, you have to get a veteran's minimum. You have to play at least 10 years. But
it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, though, not the NBA Hall of Fame. So it can be all kind of stuff. So he got Greek broad that gonna count. He's Greek freak. He got a name. He checked the boxes.
I think that when it's all said and done, again, I think it is so much easier to get in the Hall of Fame for basketball than it is for any other sport. But I think that when you look at it, you go, okay, well, he got, again, I am not diminishing 2 MVPs on back-to-back. I'm not diminishing a Defensive Player of the Year and an NBA championship and all that stuff. I'm not diminishing that. But when you go and look down his resume, where is he going to be at in points? Where is he going to be at a rebound? Where is he going to be at in that assist? Like Giannis, if he stopped today, per your question, he probably wouldn't even be top 70.
Dog.
Look at
you. Not gonna sit here and tell me there are 70 other basketball players that ever played that's better than Giannis.
No, I'm talking about in those categories. I'm not saying that he wouldn't be better than. I'm saying at points. If you looked it up right now, where's Giannis at points all time? This is just based off of your question. Said if he never dribbled another ball right now, would he be in the Hall of Fame? And I'm saying, okay, based upon the statistical categories, where does Giannis rank now?
Let's look this up. This is a very interesting.
You looking on?
Yeah,
give me 50 in the finals, man. That's
to close it out. We talking about legendary stuff right
here.
He
gave me 20 and 9 for a career so far. 28 and 11 this year on the come up. I mean, I can't knock him too hard.
Okay, so Giannis has cracked the top 250 in points. Okay, I hear you, Justin. I just think he's a Hall of Famer. Like, you don't have that kind of resume, you don't get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, again, I'm telling you, I'd say his resume is fantastic. But when you start trying to compare, like, okay, well, he has this, he has that, they can be like, okay, well, he had a good 8 years. He had a good 8 years. That was a solid 8 years. What about the other people who had 15-year careers? They may not ever crack the 2 MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, final championship. They may not crack that, but I'm saying if you're going to start putting his resume against other people, they may say, okay, well, Charles Barkley isn't an NBA champion. Would you put Giannis above him?
Yeah. Give me Greek Freak right now before Chuck.
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know.
I take him right now. I don't need Chuck.
Whoa, you young cats straight be disrespecting Charles Barkley. I don't let Shaq talk.
Chuck stayed at desk.
Y'all don't let Shaq make y'all believe Chuck is trash.
It ain't y'all now. That's him.
So let me ask you this question, because I was going to ask it anyway. TJ and Justin, you've kind of already answered it. So, Doctor, would you rather have, let's say, 8 years of dominance like a Giannis, or would you rather have a 15-year career, say like a Chris Paul, and never win a championship? What would you prefer?
Give me 8 and I'm out.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I can go make Space Jam and chill.
Give me 8 years of dominance. Give me Giannis's resume over Chris Paul's resume, since we're talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm saying, are you saying that as a casual basketball fan, or if you saying, hey, you had to pick a player you wanted to be, would you rather be Chris Paul or would you rather be Giannis?
I'm just saying in general, right? Because that's a big argument. Like someone like Giannis, who has just especially last 5 years, he has dominated. Yeah. Is that enough to put him in the Hall of Fame, or do you appreciate, sounds like you two appreciate more so of consistency and longevity, like Chris Paul, even though he's never won a title, he's never won an MVP. I mean, he's been all NBA, but he's never been like defensive. Like he never doesn't have a lot of those individual accolades. But
Yeah, I
every
get-
team he's gone to has improved significantly.
I think it goes back to what Dr. J said. Best ability is availability. If you were only available for 8 years out of a possible 16 or 20-year thing, 20-year career, why am I just? I'm like, oh dang, he had a good 8 years, but then after that, he just fell off a cliff. So we're gonna say, okay, that one, like he was hot. Like that's almost like I'm not really saying it's a one-hit wonder type of thing, but I'm just saying you like, oh, you was only 5 for them couple years, and you did a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you did a lot in them couple years. But what happened after that?
Okay,
That's for me.
I feel you. But he getting a long term of mediocrity, or not a brief, but a shorter term of full success. Ugh. But I don't know. What y'all think about these basketball teams and well, not basketball teams, but these players from all these different teams going to the Olympics now and looking like an embarrassment?
Oh yeah, because we are fresh off. For those wondering, we are fresh off Team USA just losing an hour and a half ago to France in the pool. They lost 83-76. Evan Fournier led all scores, 28 of them things. I saw a crazy stat earlier. I want to see if I can find it again. Yeah, this is the first time USA has lost in the Olympics, like in pool play, since 2004. Snaps a 25-game win streak. How much trouble? Well, before I ask this question, in order to get to the medal round, USA needs to beat Iran and the Czech Republic. They can't lose again, and if not, they don't make it to the medal round. How much trouble are they in?
They're in a lot of trouble. I think it comes down to a lot of coaching, and I don't know if the players really care or not. But I remember I was seeing something on ESPN where they were saying it's mainly because they don't have the chemistry because they haven't played together enough, and they don't get enough time in the game to develop that chemistry because a little 6 minutes here and coming out in and out trying to get everybody to play. I mean, at one point, are you just trying to play for USA and just, everybody get a trophy, everybody got a chance to play in the Olympics, or we're going to run with like the finals and like, shorten the bench, run the starting 5 and try to play? Like, at what point, I mean, what are you playing for right now?
I have a kind of question for you though, TJ. With that being said, doesn't France, doesn't Iran, doesn't Brazil, Africa, and all these people have spent the same amount of time together and stuff like that? Because it's not like the Nigerian team is during the off season, they going over there to work out to prepare for the Olympics. So I'm just kind of like, well, how come it seemed like kind of Team USA got an excuse? Because we got some of the, the most talented people in the world. Why is it that France can beat us and they ain't got a Kevin Durant on a team at all? So I'm like, do you think it's just the fact that you think we're coming across selfish? Do you actually think we're not used to playing with each other? Because how many of these Drew League type things are these guys playing in? So I don't, you know what I mean? It's just, that's kind of a big question, but like, what do you think?
Well, I was saying more because, like, I know, like, Greece and stuff, they have, like, national teams that play more often than our U.S. team does.
Okay.
And I guess their official leagues in their country are a lot smaller. They have, like, 8 to 10 teams. So most of those people aren't split between almost we have, like, 30 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we also mix with other national players. So I think they get more run together. And also, like, Drew League ball, you know what I'm saying? That's not really coached basketball. It's more like pickup.
Yeah.
The Olympics aren't letting us run like pickup. We're not running and gunning like, all right, go out there and play like pickup, first to 100. No, they're actually trying to get coached in substitutions. And, you know what I'm saying? I think that rhythm is not conducive for people who haven't been together for a long, long time. And trying to let everybody play, everybody don't get shouldn't play. Like some people should be there for injury purposes or minutes. Like,
yeah. Why didn't we have them problems in the last Olympics? Do you think it's a leadership issue when we had LeBron and we had Kobe and we had Wade and all of them? Do you think that's more the problem than it is about the players that we have? Because you can't tell me 1v1 against France, all of our players ain't better than them.
No, I definitely agree. But like I said, I think it's a mindset thing. And I think Coach K and the players that they had on the team came in with a different mindset than, hey, we all should have a chance to play. We all need to get minutes. and stuff like that. Like they went in, they had their dominant starting five, which played most of the game, and then they had people coming in and out when people got tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
I hear you.
Chris Paul and LeBron played like a whole game one time in the Olympics.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a lot of things, right? FIBA basketball rules are different than NBA rules. Like you see a lot of the NBA players crying for fouls, and in FIBA it's a little bit more physical. So like while Dame and them are foul hunting, they're not getting those fouls and they're getting frustrated. France has been together for a long time. That team is kind of old. Like Evan Fournier's been there for a while. Rudy Gobert's been there for a while. Nick Batum has been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of chemistry. And this USA roster isn't the same roster shit from 2 years ago when they played in the FIBA World Championship. This is like an entirely new roster. So I feel like chemistry is definitely an issue. They had a longer NBA season. Like the finals just wrapped up, and Booker, Middleton, and Holiday jumped on a flight to Tokyo. Like they're exhausted. Not to make excuses, but this isn't just going to be USA coming in, dropping, winning by 30. And to be honest, Greg Popovich has been kind of suspect since Tim Duncan retired. So I feel like we need to point to coaching and leadership to a degree.
Yeah.
If we're gonna point to leadership, who's the general manager to pick these players?
I think it's Jerry Colangelo.
He got to go. He got to go yesterday.
Well, a lot of players said no. Like Steph said he didn't want to play. Like you had a lot of players who just said no, I don't want to go this year, and rightfully so, because again, it's like the NBA season starts in October, Olympics in first week in August. So if you're those guys on the Olympic team, would you have 2 months to rest and recover for another 82 game NBA season?
If that, yeah.
If that, like that's not like dang.
So
like
in other words, we got the B team going, if not the C and D. What I'm looking at right here. It's I see a lot of playoff losses or non-appearances, or I'm burnt out from being in the finals.
Yeah.
Now I want my one homie to do good because he from the home. You know, he from the country of Virginia, Keldon Johnson. We're gonna wish him well. I want to see him get more minutes. Zach LaVine, a lot of losses. All I see is the dunk contest, and that's about it. Dollar Dane, first round exit, that's about it. Durant, he by himself. Middleton tired. Who is Houston? Jeremiah Grant. Who is that?
He plays in Detroit.
Tatum, I'm gonna come back to him. I got a lot to say about that. JaVale McGee, Shaq and Fool, All-Star. Drew Holiday, he probably tired. Bam Adebayo, a lot of losses. Draymond Green.
Bam was just in the finals.
He ain't had no business being there, man. Come on, man.
But they were in there.
Come on, man.
And we thanked them for that, Dr. J. We thank him for that.
And then Draymond, we know he's a liability. And then Devin Booker, well, he did all he could, and he shouldn't have been there either. LeBron got hurt. All right. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is not gonna get it done. This is worse than 2004. All right. This is terrible. This is trash. This is not to the standard of basketball in the United States. But the Herd made a very good point.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this guy.
Here we go. Y'all, hey, listen to the truth, and it's gonna set you free. All right. Our best players are not American anymore in the NBA.
That's true.
Luka, where he from?
Yeah, he went gold.
Where he from? Embiid, where he from? Giannis himself, where he from? And you said our players don't want to go. So what did we get? I don't think we're gonna see a medal.
I think we'll beat Iran in the Czech Republic. It might be bronze, but I don't think we win in gold. They'll win. There's no way you go from winning gold for 15 years and then just fall off.
We're gonna lose in the bronze medal game. It's gonna be the first. It's gonna be a social media feeding frenzy.
Hey, I'm gonna make sure my phone is charged on 100.
Be torn up. Some people got to get fired. That's what I see coming up.
If they lose the bronze medal game, Pop is fired. Greg Popovich is gone.
He ain't get fired. He retire. I ain't gonna disrespect Coach Pop like that.
He out. Hey man, we can say Coach Pop been real suspect since Tim Duncan left. We can say that. It's okay to say
you that. You can take a word-renowned chef and you give him some trash, and I guarantee it's not gonna taste good. And that's all I'm gonna say about this.
Pop is in charge of everything in San Antonio.
Pop ain't got the talent. He got Keldon, and that's it, man. What else he gonna do?
I'm just saying it's okay to say Pop has been a little suspect. I'm not saying he a bad coach.
Tim on the roster, Tim on the coaching staff too. So
it's just a lot harder when you ain't got the best power forward in the game on your team.
I'll take that. This ain't even power 75. This might be power 93.
I about to say, did you see? I watched one of the Spain games. Dog, Pau Gasol still out here playing basketball international. I had no idea.
Oh yeah,
out here living life.
And Luis Scola. I said, gee, oh no, Rudy Fernandez or Luis Scola?
Both of them playing. I think Scola.
I think
Scola went off the other night, I
dog,
think.
Pau Gasol looked like something from the Old Testament now, and he's still out here.
Crush it.
He's still out here playing for Spain.
Hey man, these older players can still play. Look at the big three when Ice Cube did. A lot of those players are old.
Hey, Joe Johnson is a walking bucket.
That's what I'm saying.
He don't think worth watching.
Whatever his name is a bucket.
Rarif. Yeah. No, let's not butcher this man's name. Let's get it right.
He got 3-4 names. It ain't my
Dog,
fault.
come on, dog. It's not
I ain't
that
no
Abdul
disrespect, but there's no way no-
Muhammad Abdul Rauf.
Yeah, you think I'm gonna be able to say that?
Dog. You an adult. You should be able to pronounce someone's name.
That's why my name is TJ.
Lord.
Keeping it simple.
You 2 sentences away from going full on MAGA. It's coming.
All right. Anyways, great conversation today. Please like, subscribe for more content. Look at our Instagram, which is who's up _podcast. You have any questions, anyone to give us any feedback, please shoot us an email at 1-800-who's up@gmail.com. Thank you.